So here we are back in Gortin Glen again, just in a little covered shelter here. Not that I need any shelter from the rain today because it should be dry. It's quite sunny, blue skies, freezing. There's bits of ice at the side of the road, but it's still a beautiful day to be out. So we're picking up on the international Appalachian trail where I left off before after visiting the Giant. So we're basically go back through the forest and out onto the roads now, and then back into the forest. So there's a bit more, hopefully quieter roads. Not that the roads have been that busy, but if you can get little narrow roads with grass growing up the middle, more cycling through forest, all that sort of stuff's good. Especially as you get into the Sperrins, I'm hoping it'll have that remote feel to it. But the best way to find out is just to get out there and see what it has to offer. Works. Off-putting signs. Just on the hill there, I can just make out my friendly Giant. The camera could just stay in focus. So there's been a couple of big storms, and a lot of trees down in the forests everywhere, and I think this is why the area is closed, but I didn't see any issues today. But I'm sure somewhere they're still clearing up considering the scale of the damage. Sperrins looking very majestic. effort to get up the hill. It's all over, coming down in a matter of minutes. Anyway, busy road, but looking quiet for now. Not on it for too long. There are public toilets ahead, but we're going this way according to the map. I think. Soon find out. Well, it's why you need a map or an app that you can refer to regularly. Certainly find the app very useful so far. And that I'm wearing cleats. Still have my mountain runners in the bag at the back. But it's just so handy in the hills. You say you can get a 20% extra free if you're clipped in. And it certainly does make a difference. When you start to get tired in the hills, you can start pulling a wee bit. So they're flat on one side and cliffs on the other. Always good atmosphere going through the trees, especially when they're proper trees. I've just pulled in for some grub. I brought chocolate and a drink of isotonic stuff. We've just come up that rather delightful road and now we're turning that rather delightful looking road. Not as much forest, but blue sky makes such a difference. You could be here in the summertime and a miserable day. We're at a wee crossroads, having just come that way. We're going that way, the sign says. Trees sitting up on the horizon. Swall Mountain and Dart to the left of it. So at this road junction, just having come down there, we're going to go that way. But, as I've said before, there's a few places worth taking a detour. And we're going to go this way for a couple of K to visit another giant. So stay with me. Hello guys, gals, whatever. Back where we left off. It was really nice being on that upper road that ran parallel to this. Great view of the hills, but when you're down in the valley you don't see just as much. But it's still a cool place to be. And here we have the aptly named Stone Row. The cute bridge. Very tranquil. Peace and tranquility after that peaceful little river. Gosh, that was noisy. Sperrins. Well, it's good to get off that road, I have to say. It wasn't overly busy, but you certainly noticed the traffic. This is much more like it. One thing I always forget when I go off-road is to unlock the shock absorber. Keep following the signposts. And that's just made for it. It's not actually that much of a pain pushing a bike up a hill, believe it or not. It gives you something to lean on, I guess. So as I mentioned before, I'm wearing clip-ons for the bike The type I'm wearing are mountain bike style, so they're recessed, and the advantage with that is that you can walk in rough terrain with them, so that's a big plus. I do have my mountain running shoes in the back of the bike, but I haven't needed them. So we're almost at the summit. We don't literally go over the highest point. This is where I pick up a trail again. Still not quite suitable for cycling at my standard just yet, but these great views from up here. So the time I walked the ridge, I parked down at the bottom. One car, we took the car to the other side before walking the ridge. That was a rough old day. So I guess the style there will take us to the highest point. We're still on the trail. And a good view here is the next peak. Saddle dropping time. In the circle. Look at that. Glorious stuff. Let's see where we end up. How good the Sperrins could be. A dilemma. We're here. At this fork. And the map's showing us going that way. The signpost says this way, so I'll follow the signpost rather than upset any locals. road over it. So there's a handy little community centre here with 24-hour vending machines. There was a public loo back at the church there, I think. Always good to know for emergencies. There was a shop back at the town there, so it's good to have the options. We're not far from today's transition point. And that's me for today. So here we are at Moydamlaght Forest, and it's been a cool bit of mix today from Gortin Glen to get to here, including a good hike a bike over a hill. There's a little bit of that the next time by the looks of things, but that was all very enjoyable. There was the wee bits on road, but it was, again, the road was, with one exception, was really very quiet. That bit where the tractor came past me was a busy little road. So that's really it for today. I was here about 6 months ago or so for an orienteering event, and what should have taken about an hour and a half took like nearly 3 hours because I was so out of practice. So I know this forest very well, which is why I chose it as a transition area. Obviously there was a community centre further back with the vending machines. I might stop off there for a coffee, but there's a wee shop in the town, but it didn't look like the sort of place that did coffee. But there's enough conveniences nearby if you were walking or cycling through and needed supplies. So that's it for today. See you shortly. Bye-bye now.